Hey, what's going on, y'all? I just want to come on for a minute, and I feel like there's just so much going on in this country right now. It's like, where do you even start? Where do you even start? And can you even have a decent conversation with people and a very good dialogue with people without there being hatred and people getting mad because you don't agree? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. So anyway, I was watching this article or whatever, this video posted from Sky News, and it was a reporter, and she was talking to some of the men in Afghanistan, and they were visiting this air base. It's called Bagram Air Base, and it's where the U.S. military used to hold Afghan prisoners. And it was stated in the interview that some of these men weren't charged with anything but were held. It was somewhere that was known for brutal force and torture. And they actually referred to it as the Guantanamo Bay of Afghan. So, but as the reporter was talking to him, something that just really, really stood out to me, because I had actually spoke with a friend a couple weeks ago and we talked about this. And I talked about, like, we as Americans, it's like, what are we willing to die for? We'll fight about the stupidest things, but are we really willing to give up our life for something? Because that's huge. And it's funny too, because another friend tonight said something. He's like, man, we'll fight over toilet paper in the store, but we won't even fight for freedom. And he's right. He's right. But anyway, so I was watching this video, and these Afghan men was talking about, like, how they was having moments where they was basically like feeling for their people being put in this place, right, held without being charged with anything and tortured or whatever, and they're saying, that they were men that were held. They were some of the most dangerous men. Now, I don't know any of that. I'm just reporting what I'm talking about in regards to what these people are willing to die for. And something he said is, we're suicide attackers. He's like, America has a lot of money, but he's like, we'll drive a car and blow ourselves up in the name of their God. These folks ain't afraid, and they are willing to die for what they believe in. And we just left billions and billions of dollars worth, what is it? The equipment, all the military equipment that was left. Billions of dollars of our tax dollars is sitting over there in the hands of people that are willing to die for their God and in the name of their country. But in America, we're fighting over whether or not someone is vaccinated or not. That's what we care about. I seem to think we have way bigger problems and way bigger issues than whether or not our neighbor is vaccinated. U.S. is no longer there. We left our equipment there. Don't you think this puts us in a situation to have to go back to war? I don't know. And then we got this whole border crisis thing. We're being mandated to get vaccines possibly for our jobs, but people that are coming over aren't getting vaccinated, and they're just coming in, dropping them off in cities all across the United States. But a lot of us probably don't know that. You could be killed by someone who is not documented, and they wouldn't find them. This country is not safe, and we look weak. We look weak. And if we cannot see that, I don't know. So much hypocrisy going on. Just, if you don't think a certain way, if you don't act a certain way, if you don't think like we do, or you get muted and you get shut down. Even today, I seen something where this doctor posted about the NIH now recognizing that vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc is a good prevention and treatment for COVID. Doctors that have been saying this for months. Just stuff like that, but they were silenced. Y'all better wake up. It's a lot going on underneath our noses, and I don't know if people just don't want to believe it to be true. They say conspiracy theorists and all this and that. There's a lot of that out there, but sometimes it's discernment. You just can recognize things and see it for what it is. And I think sometimes it's easier if we don't look at truth, because then that means we have to do something about it. I just challenge everybody, man. Start paying attention. Think for yourself. Don't just believe what's put on the news or what somebody told you. Like, start trying to look into stuff for yourself and really educate yourself. We can't just be passive people and just wait for the next person to just do something about something. Like, I don't know, you guys. I'm just frustrated. There's just a lot going on, and my heart grieves for our nation. It truly, truly does. And I remember a quote, and it was by Donald Trump. And I know a lot of y'all ain't Trump supporters, but I was. And I still am. Not because I liked everything that man said, but in about 8 months, this country has went downhill fast. Downhill fast. And I see a situation of us being controlled, y'all. Just for real, being controlled and manipulated and lied to. And not that that kind of stuff wasn't there before. I'm not saying anybody is perfect or whatever, but we really living in some times where they for real want to control us. It just, how do we not see this, you know? But he said, the quote was, he said, "They're not after me. They're after you. I'm just in their way." And I believe that. With everything in me, I believe that. So, anyway, I love y'all, man. Stay blessed. I just, I try to read up on stuff, educate myself, and be aware. That's it. And then share, because sometimes we all don't see the same stuff or, different views. I'm all for people sharing, but we ain't got to hate each other for our differences. We just truly don't. So love everybody as much as you can, y'all. Keep peace in your heart and go out here every day like it's your last day, because we don't know. So I love y'all. Be blessed. It's your girl Glow. Peace.